You women are hilarious. I don't even think y'all understand how y'all sound on some of these podcasts. This man asked this lady, do you expect a man to give you any money when you guys first start dating? She said no. He said, what about 3 months in? She then said,
3 months in, probably like rent. Like,
Rent?
Yeah.
Live in LA?
Yeah.
Your rent is how much?
It's like $3,800.
Now, we all know paying $4,000 for somebody's rent after 3 months of knowing them is crazy, but that's not even the point of the video. She went on to say, well, he doesn't have to pay rent, but as long as he's chipping in on my car note, food, bills, something, then everything is good. Then the guy asked, what if he doesn't do that? What would you do then? She said,
like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I need this, this, and this. I need you to do this, this, and this. What do you need me to do? Like, let me know right now in the beginning. And if if it's not making sense together, then we could just and hang out whenever you feel like it, when you're bored or when I'm bored.
So to me, it sounds like the deal you're offering men is if you want to have sex with me and give me all of your money, then you can take option 1 and make me your girlfriend. But if you only want to have sex, which is the only thing a lot of you women have to offer anyways, then just tell me no and you can get everything that first man was going to get without paying for it. The only thing you might lose is if another guy comes along who wants to give me the money, there's a good chance I'm gonna start dealing with him. But if the sex is really good with you, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop messing with you. Because she also said this.
No, I'm gonna still with him until I find another nigga. Or I'll find another nigga and still with him. Because it's not that deep. Like, I'm not about to break up with a nigga because he don't want to pay my rent.
Why would any man in his right mind sign up for option 1? Why would they do that when option 2 is available? This is insane. That is like me going to a car dealership because I want to drive a luxury car. The guy sits me down and say, here are your 2 options to drive this $500,000 Lamborghini. You can purchase the car. Your payment's going to be around $6,000, $7,000 a month. You'll be responsible for the insurance, maintenance, oil changes, new tires, everything. It's all on you. Or you can take option 2. You can just come by and drive the car whenever you want. You won't have to pay insurance, nothing. Just whenever you want to drive the car, you just stop by the dealership, grab the keys, and you can take off. And you can bring it back when you're finished with it. It's kind of like what Red said to Debo about that bike.
Yeah, it's just like it's both ours. We just keep it down at my house. Cool.
What fool is going to take option 1? Who's going to do that? And let me be quiet, because I know there are some super simps out there and damn fools who will sign up for that. But I wanted you women to understand just how silly y'all sound. The guy who offers you nothing, he gets it at no charge. But the guy who offers you everything, he has to pay full price. And I get it, that guy's being charged because you don't really like him like that. But I just wanted you women to hear it out loud so y'all understand what it sounds like to us men. The way you women think nowadays is just disturbing to me. It's really crazy. The sexual revolution really did a number on you women because y'all don't value your bodies anymore, but y'all still want us to value it. And I know this isn't all women, but some of you women are out here offering horrible deals to us men. And y'all don't understand why men are jumping off the dating apps. They're not coming to single events. They're not approaching women anymore. A lot of them are opting out of marriage, dating, and just relationships in general. And it's because of this type of thinking. But hey, I'm just some guy on the internet, so who am I to tell y'all what to do?
I saw a lady say that she's so happy that her husband is the type of man that's like, I worked all week, I can't wait to spend time with you and the kids, rather than the type of man that's like, I worked all week, I need a break. And I'm not gonna lie, she ate. You
know what? I think that's pretty dope too, and I'm happy for that lady. But I have to say this because I think a lot of you women need to hear this. The reason he wants to come home and spend time with his wife and his kids is because in most situations, she makes it easy for him to do that. Most men want to come home and spend time with their wife and kids. But if the wife makes it hard for him to do that, and that's when you get the type of man who comes home and say stuff like, I need a break. So I say this to say, if you want your man to be that way, a lot of that is in your control. If you make it a loving, caring home, he's gonna want to come home and spend time with you and the kids. But if you make it feel like he's coming home to a bitter, cold prison, he's gonna need a break, and not necessarily from those kids, from you.
This guy went around asking many women of all ages, would you prefer to be the side chick of a famous NFL player or the wife of a very average man? You know what 100% of the people said?
The side
chick. The freaking side chick! What?
Women would rather share the king than be with one average common
peasant.
Man. Yeah, they don't want the peasant.
It just goes to show you that what are they looking for? Materialistic things.
I wonder what the demographic was of the women they interviewed, though, if they were lower socioeconomic status women, or if they were women who were of a higher socioeconomic.
But I know there were like women
question.
in their 70s that they asked. It was all ages.
Yeah.
Even the 70-year-olds were like, NBA player.
I feel like women who have more financially going on for themselves, there would be women out there that would answer differently.
That's very true.
The 70-year-olds picking an NBA player is wild. That is insane. But none of this surprised me. I can see this happening with a lot of these women that's walking around nowadays. But I do want to say something because I disagree with what these ladies said at the end of the video. They basically said if they asked women who were doing well for themselves, the women who were making a little bit of money, they believe those women would have answered the question differently. I disagree with that. Those women want the same men as everybody else. The only difference is they have their own money, but they still want to a man with money and a man with status. That doesn't change. The only difference between those women and the other women is the women with money believe they're supposed to get that man because they have money and that makes them equal. We all know that's wrong, but that's what they think. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense. You would think those women got money so they can go out and date different people and be open to different things, but that's not how they look at it. These women don't want to break bread. They want to keep their money. They don't want to get Halle Berry and now they're paying this guy alimony, so they don't want to date a guy with no money. So a lot of those women, I believe, would still want to go out there and be a side chick to an NFL player. Of course, I'm not talking about all those women, but I believe if you asked 100 women with a little bit of money in their pocket, I'm willing to bet 80 to 90% of those women would still rather be a side chick to an NFL player than date a regular everyday man. I could be wrong though.
I met a man on Muzmatch who is extremely handsome. He is in his 40s, but I didn't like his occupation. He had truck driver as his occupation, but I decided to swipe right anyway. And it turns out that we were a match, so he must have swiped right on me as well. We started to talk and conversation with him was amazing. He was incredibly funny. I also liked that his mother was living with him and that he was taking care of her in her old age. It just showed me that he's a good man and a good son. I'm a registered nurse and I make a good amount of money. After a month of talking, he asked me a question and asked that I don't get offended. I said I wouldn't. He said as a truck driver, he doesn't make much money and is that going to be a problem for me? When I heard that he doesn't make much money, I was very turned off, I'm not gonna lie. As handsome and as amazing he is, it bothers me that he doesn't make much money. So I talked to him for another month and finally decided, you know what, I can't do this. I cannot be with a man who makes less than me. So I told him I don't think this is gonna work. And he said, everything's been going so well, how come? I told him I think it's best I don't disclose why, but I wish him the best. He said, no, tell me why. So I told him, I don't want to be with a man that makes less than me. He went completely silent. He didn't have anything to say back to me. I felt really bad, but I decided I needed to move on. I missed him very much, I'm not gonna lie, because he had such a great personality. 2 weeks later, he messages me and said he wants to show me something. I said, okay, what is it? Because I was very curious. He told me to get on a video call with him, and so I did. When we get on the video call, he's wearing a suit and he looks very professional. And he's in this beautiful studio. And I'm like, what is this? He said this is one of his businesses and that he has 3 businesses. He's actually well off and wanted to make sure that the woman he's marrying is not gonna marry him for his money. He said he's had women talk to him in the past because of his finances, so now he doesn't disclose what he actually does. He just tells women that he's a truck driver. A woman who's willing to accept that is a woman he feels he can trust. He told me that I made a huge mistake letting him go. I quickly came to regret it. I told him I'm so sorry. He said it's okay, that he just wanted to let me know. Now I can't get him out of my head. I think about him constantly. I feel like he could have been the one. But I do think it was wrong of him to not disclose what he actually does for a living. The fact that he owns businesses. He shouldn't be hiding that. He shouldn't be saying he's a truck driver when he's not. I understand he doesn't want a woman to marry him for his money, but why is he lying about his occupation? I'm trying so hard to get over him, but it's been pretty tough. What do you guys think I should do? Should I ask him for a second chance?
Yes, I absolutely think you should ask him for a second chance. Now, don't be surprised if his answer is
hell no, to the no, hell to the no.
You know what'd be hilarious? If every man went on these dating apps and just put that they made $100,000 and up. Just a lot of money. I don't care what it is. Just pick a number and every man just put that on there. I mean, you can use AI to make yourself look rich. Put a nice car behind you in your pictures or something like that. I would love to see how that play out. These women would be so confused they wouldn't know what to do. On a serious note, I believe if there was a millionaire out there, a man who just had money but nobody knew who he was, and this is how he dated in real life. He just told women he was a bus driver or a truck driver or whatever. He would be amazed at how many women would do exactly what this lady just did. And I know if it was me, they would definitely know who I am after they dump me. I would give them an all expense paid trip to one of those hotel resorts that I own with the 5-star restaurant in it. As soon as they sit down to eat dinner, I'm gonna come out the kitchen like, surprise, surprise. And I'm gonna tell them exactly who I am. And before they could even say anything, I'm gonna go ahead and have them escorted right out the building. Because there are so many women out there who just can't do it. So a lot of them would turn down a great guy. She didn't say he was good, he said he was great. Great personality, they got along well, but because he didn't make as much money as her, she couldn't do it. Now this is the thing I'm always talking about because I want men to be careful while they're out there dating, is when you're with a woman and she believes you have what she wants as far as money or whatever, she is going to show you a whole different person than she would if she didn't think you were a rich guy. That's the problem. And I'm not saying this to say all women are gold diggers. I'm I'm just saying that there are women out there, the only reason you are getting that version of them is because you're spending on them or because they believe you have money to spend on them. If you show them something else, you would get a whole different woman. So you got to be careful with that. I don't have a problem with what that man is doing. I think it's pretty smart. Any woman who cannot understand why he is doing that, then she's just not the girl for him. It's just that simple. He just wants to make sure the women that he is spending time with are women who want to be there with him and not just for what he got. Telling these women that he's a truck driver and watching these women drop off has to be the best feeling for him, because now he understands exactly what kind of woman he is getting and he doesn't have to waste more time than he did on that woman. I know some people would disagree with it, but I love it. Please like the video and leave a comment. I love listening to what you guys have to say. And don't forget to hit that hype button because it really helps me out with the algorithm and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.